Hi, friends. It's Leslie. Happy Wednesday, March 27th, 2019. And today I'm doing a video and it's titled How to Create a Work Life Balance, Meeting the Demands of Business with the Demands of Family. Yes, I'm always reading from my notes. It helps me remember things. Okay. And basically, the way to do that is creating a schedule. So I've talked about this before. You can check my videos. I think it's 2 or 3 videos ago right here on IGTV. And I also load videos onto YouTube, but they're basically the same videos. And I talk about creating a calendar or a schedule. And you can create your schedule one or two ways. You can create a written schedule, and you can create one for weekly or monthly, or you can create a calendar. I prefer a calendar because it's a little bit easier, because it's definitely like a March calendar, and I fill in everything that I want to accomplish for the month. So the weeks basically look the same. So like Monday, half day off, shipping in the morning, half day for resting, Tuesday sourcing, Wednesday sourcing, listing, that kind of thing, and repeat. So the days that you have off, you can create those as your family days. What I do suggest is having two, if you're going to create a list, having two lists or having two separate calendars, one for work life and one for family life. And the way that you can go about doing this is on your work calendar, say for instance, is if you've designated Saturday and Sunday for your days off, then on your family calendar, fill in what you're going to be doing for those days. Just put days off on your work calendar and then fill in on your family calendar so that you can create activities for the whole family. But also remember to fill in time for yourself, things like that. And I'm going to go on and tell you a few things that you can do. So if you create your schedule, just fill in like carpooling, because it's probably going to occur on work days, but you can probably put something like a little note like children, and then go to the children's calendar, and it's dance recital, it's basketball, it's soccer, whatever it is that you need to do. Your work calendar is just reminding you that you have something to do with your family, but create a separate family and then keep them in separate areas so that there's no confusion for you. Okay. um, and this is more so for full-time resellers. Okay. If you now all of a sudden you've transitioned and you're full-time and you're having a problem scheduling, use that list or that calendar as a good way to schedule yourself. Now, if you're still having challenges, what you can do is you can in your mind pretend that you're still full-time at a job and use the schedule that you use when you were going to work. So say for instance you had a 9 to 5 job and you knew you had to get up in the morning, go to your job, you work 9 to 5, and then you did everything after you got off work. You can make a business calendar reminiscent of your work calendar. So, excuse me. So if you got off at 5 o'clock, you knew at 6 o'clock you had to take your daughter to soccer practice, or you had to pick your daughter up from soccer practice, or you had to drop your son off, or whatever. Create your business schedule to work similar to that if it makes you feel better, if it helps you focus, or create a better kind of calendar, because we know when we went to work it was like regimented. So you went to work and you got off work and instantly you ran to the grocery store and you had to do all the things that you had to do within a certain amount of time. So that you can create a schedule similar to that. Whereas you work Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 every day was when you had to take your children to their classes, or you had to pick them up. Mine was I had to pick my son up from soccer, my daughter up from soccer, my daughter up from flute, that kind of thing. And then on the weekends, you can schedule like you normally did, time with family and things like that. Um, and so hopefully that is something that can work for you. So, and then if you had a schedule where you maybe worked retail, or you worked a different or like odd kind of schedule, or you were even a student and you had days off during the week, so you're going to flip it around and do the same thing. So your days off, hopefully you took time to do some things like work out, you know, meet friends for coffee, get your nails done, get your hair done. So you'll do the same thing. So if you were off on Monday and you're off on Wednesday, you're going to do the same thing for your business. You'll just flip it around and pretend that you're creating a schedule for your business. And it probably just helps your mind because you were focused. Remember, when you're working a job, you're regimented and you know specifically, and you're following a schedule because everyone has a schedule that they follow for work anyway, especially if you work part-time or if you work a job that's like retail. You get your schedule like a week or two ahead of time. So just do the same thing. Prepare your schedule a week or two ahead of time and just kind of play around until you find something that works for you. Okay. So within your schedule, don't forget to schedule time for yourself. One of the things that you can do is if you really are tight for time and you go sourcing a couple times a week, combine your sourcing with your time off. So instead of going sourcing in the morning, get your hair done in the morning and then go sourcing in the afternoon. Instead of trying to figure out how you're going to spend time with your spouse, you can go on a date, you can go to dinner or lunch or breakfast and then go sourcing. And that's what my husband and I do. We get up and we decide today we're going to go and have breakfast, and our IHOP that we like to eat at is right across in the same shopping center is one of the Goodwills that I like to go to. So that you can just create something like that that allows you to have time with your spouse. I take my girls with me. My daughter, I pick her up after school on Wednesdays. She was doing SAT prep, and then after I picked her up, I would drop my packages off at the post office, and then the Goodwill, one of the Goodwills that I like, was in the same shopping center, and my girls like to shop, so that's how we spend time together. We'd go into Goodwill, and I asked them to look for like the color of the day or whatever. So you can just kind of play around with your schedule that way, okay? If you're having a challenge getting your meals and things together, plan meals ahead of time. You can plan a schedule when you're going to cook certain meals, and then create a shopping list, go shopping and buy those things, and you can package things together. Like, say for instance, you want to make a meatloaf on Wednesday. Put everything together that you need to put together. Freeze it. Like, you can make all the ingredients and freeze it. I'm ServSafe certified, and I've worked in kitchens for the last like 10 years, and that's what I did. My last job was I was a supervisor of a lunchroom cafeteria, so that's what I did. I prepped everything for the week, and that's how that worked, because that's what I did for my children on Sunday. I prepped everything. You don't have to cook anything. You don't have to cook, but you can prep everything, so you can just grab bags. That's what freezer bags are for. That's what the what do you call it? Those shrink wrap bags are for. Just prep everything ahead of time. Allocate chores. If you have older children, don't do all their chores for them. I've talked about in other videos, I don't do my children's chores for them. Schedule chores, and then also, when it comes down to it, sit back and take a break. Even if you have a schedule that you follow, sit back and take a break. Go for a walk. Just chill for a little bit, because I get tired. Like, this week showed it to me. Like, my body finally like broke down on me where I had to take a nap. I never take a nap. I had a migraine, so I had to relax. My body was telling me that I had to relax. Give your body and your mind a break. Okay, so hopefully some of these things work. I try to fit everything into like 10 minutes for the IGTV. So if I talk too fast, if you need another video, or if you need me to explain something better, let me know. This video is dedicated to my Montgomery Green, and they are receiving this wonderful tea. I had a giveaway on my live this week, and I gave away a t-shirt to the person who came up with really good video ideas. I will be doing 2 more this week. I'm doing shout outs all day in my story, and this shirt is going out the next couple of days to Montgomery Green right on Instagram. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me. Again, as always, I appreciate you for taking the time just to indulge me and listening to me and watching my videos. I appreciate all the shout outs. I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. And the last thing I want to say, if you don't think that you can do it, you won't be able to. But I'm here to tell you that you can do it. Set your mind on a goal and just take little bits at a time, and you can do it. Thank you again for watching. Take care. Peace.